So to finalize everything I have said in terms of eros, the romantic kind of love is an initial feeling of good desire, fueled and kept by intentional commitment, showed in actions. So love is not the initial feeling you have when you fall in love with this person. Love is not that initial feeling that makes you feel like you are so much in love with this person. Okay? That is just a part of it. It's the entrance to the actual wholeness of love. Okay? So once you now have this feeling for this person, you keep it going in love by committing yourself to this person and being committed and showing your commitment through actions that keeps the love alive and that also spares that feelings to keep flowing through even as long as you live with that person. So love is not complete just with the feeling alone if the commitment is not there and the actions that show the commitment are not showed or not carried out. Because at the end of the day, you don't love the person if it's just based on feeling, because one time in the time will come in the future whereby you won't have those feelings like you used to, and you have to keep them alive by being committed to that person and showing your commitment through actions that you do. That's pretty much what I've found out. So some people may want to argue that some people may say that this person is in love with this other person, and that desire is not a good desire. Why? Probably because this person is a married person, a man or woman, and this person who is married has a new attraction for someone else. And how can I call that a good desire? Now let me tell you something. Love is not just a feeling. So if someone is attracted to someone else, the attraction or the feeling alone is not love. Okay, it's just an attraction. It could be lost. Okay, and even if they say they love this person, it is not love. Okay, it is not love, because that is feelings alone. Feelings alone could make you do anything. It could make you do in 1 month what commitment and actions that confirm your commitment. How would I put it now? The feeling alone, the abundant feeling in the initial phase, can make you do things in 1 month, something that you would do in a year, that has to do with you being committed to the person. Okay, let me make it easy for you. This person saying I'm committed to you and I love you, it's not quite easy, but I'm committed to you and I will show out my commitment to you because I love you by doing some good actions. And to take this person a year to do these things. But if it was in the initial time when they fell in love and they had a whole abundance of feeling, those things that are a little bit hard for him to do right now, that he's doing through commitments and showing these commitments through actions, it will take him a week to do it in the initial phase when they were in love, because they had abundant, whole lot of feelings for each other. It will take him a week to do it. To do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things for this person. It will take him a week to do these things. But once they are long-term in relationship and he's now working on the commitment and doing things to show his commitment and keeping the love alive, once he's here, it could take him a year. Okay, so if someone says I have a family, a wife and some kids, and strangely I love someone else, he could do a whole lot of things to tell this person I love them, but it's acting on the feeling phase, which can fuel him to do whatever he wants to do even in a week. And you will see that love is not love, because it's not a good desire, it's an evil desire. He's literally leaving his family. He's not living in the basis of the biblical what the Bible says would have to happen to permit separation from a marriage, for example, which is if a spouse, literally commits adultery, sleeps with someone else. That's the only allowance to actually leave or separate from a marriage, right? And maybe his spouse did not do this, did not sleep with someone else, did not commit adultery, right? But he just wants to leave the spouse because he found someone else he feels he's in love with, just because of the well of the feelings he has. Okay, so that is not love, because it's not complete. That's just feelings. Okay, and that's just feelings, and he could do a whole lot which may want to convince you that he's in love, that it's totally love because of the feelings, the abundance of feelings he has. But that's not love, that's just feelings. Okay, and yeah, you can call that love, and you can say he's actually in love with the person. He's actually in feelings, in abundant feelings for the other person. So indeed, that cannot be called love, and you can say it defies the definition that I have formed. Okay, you may have your own definition of love, but from my own research and everything, I found out that this is what love is, from what I have gathered. And if this person that wants to run away from the family and leave the wife and the kids, that kind of thing, and run away to someone else, if he still stays committed to this person, he can revive the feelings that he has with this person, his true wife. He can literally revive the feelings he has for her by being committed, even if it's not easy, even if it takes a year to carry out all of the actions that shows his commitment. He can revive the feelings and keep the feeling alive, because that feeling he had with her, and the reason why he married her in the beginning, it's actually a true feeling that died out through some many different reasons: miscommunication, or misunderstanding, changes, financial problems, different kind of issues could cause the feeling to die down, whereby they did not revive it by being committed to each other and showing themselves love by carrying actions to show that they love themselves. So, but if he goes back to his wife and works on that, he will find out that the reason why he married her in the beginning, why he loved her, he would find them, he will revive them, and they will be true. And there's no need to chase shadows, because at the end of the day, when he runs away and marries someone else, that initial feeling would soon die down again. And if that person does not work on the commitment and carrying out the actions, in 5 years he will be trying to run away again. So that is just a whole roller coaster that doesn't make any sense, because you don't understand truly what love is. And it's easier said than done, because most of us, when we get into the area of relationship, we have to actually do what we say, actually do what we know, and be bendable enough to do what we know we need to do to keep the relationship going. Okay, so that is the definition of love, and I would say it again while I go into the area of family to explain what love is. So to round this up, love is initial feeling of good desire, that good desire, and it has to be kept. It's an initial feeling of good desire, fueled and kept by intentional commitment. So it's a continuous thing. It doesn't stop. It's kept and fueled. That feeling is fed so that it will be kept. Okay? By intentional commitment that is showed in action.